Now today's route is not for the out-and-out sprinters, it's another uphill finish, and it's an uphill finish that comes at the end of the longest stage on this year's race. 226.5 kilometres with 3 climbs along the way, the first of them the Saint-Michel de Montjoie. The intermediate sprint is after 131 kilometres, so hats off to anyone who's contesting that. And there are 2 more categorised climbs before the very testing one up to the line in lisieux. A real strongman's day, and perhaps for the strongman in the yellow jersey too soft.
I guarantee that the script for today's stage was crafted by exactly the same person who wrote every other one this week. And whoever they are, they deserve an Oscar. It follows the same theme as all the other sprint stages that we've seen thus far, i.e. it isn't flat, and the action starts 3 kilometres from the line. The showers today are changing the terrain by the second, and that could be critical as the risers hurtle under that 3 kilometre banner into this hairpin bend, which sets them up for the final ascent. There are manhole covers aplenty back there and severely cambered road surfaces, so anyone locking the wheels up is going to quickly find themselves sliding sideways. Unlike the final yesterday, the final ascent, which almost justifies the title climb, is going to start from a dead stop, which means the peloton is going to be strung out from the get-go. It's steep too, averaging over 6%, but there are a couple of false flats, perhaps offering an opportunity for a Boasson-Hagen-style attack. Well, as the footballers say, I think it's going to be a bit of a big ask for the sprinters to stick in up here until the road finally flattens out with over 1 kilometre to go. By the time they get up here, I don't think there's going to be much of a lead-out train left, and that's going to play into the hands of the strong men like Gilbert Torushoft and, dare I say, Geraint Thomas. So, what do you think? A courageous sprinter who manages to stick in there, or a classic specialist with a great sense of timing? Take your pick. We don't know if these finishes are being systematically redesigned to even things up between Mark Cavendish and the rest of the peloton, but whatever the motives, it's certainly making great viewing for us.
I am amazed at the job of work that's being done by Adriano Malori here from Italy, from Team Lampre, because he's still hovering off the front at 3.5 kilometres to go. 9 seconds his advantage. Very shortly he'll come to that very nasty right-hand bend, and I hope everybody gets round it safely.
Well, the roads, as you can see, are slick. The sun has come out at the finishing line, but the rain is still in the air here, and the roads are extremely wet as they sweep through the town of Lisieux in Normandy now. I also caught a glimpse right up near the front of David Miller, the Scot, on Garmin Cervelo. Is David going to try and pull out something special? The chase back is still strong here. This is
Popovic.
Popovic is dropping back to try and find the location. That is the slick corner there. They go over the railroad tracks there. Now, are they going to make it? They need to come very wide. Very slowly, gently does it, they're round.
The yellow jersey of Torhushoff went around that corner in around about 15th place. He moved himself right up to the front of the pack. There he is over on the left-hand side. Ideal position for him. HTC Hyro from San Luis Obispo got the organisation on the front end of the pack. Peter Velits is number 1. Number 2 is Tony Martin. Number 3, Matty Goss from Australia.
And you may have seen in the melee there, they picked up Mallory. He slid down the pack very, very quickly. They're racing now for the win here as Velits has got onto the front. All of a sudden, HTC High Road, the team of Cavendish have got back in control. But watch out, Omega Pharma Lotto is also there. Alberto Contador has also suddenly appeared at the front.
That's because there's an acceleration come from Jürgen Vandenbroek on the left-hand side of the road. Contador, he likes these nasty little moves. Jürgen Vandenbroek is the man who is going off the front, but Peter Velits is not panicking at all. They've got Matty Goss in 3rd position, queuing up behind Matty Goss, Edward Boasson-Hagen of Team Sky.
Well, this is the Belgian man who can climb mountains, and he's a marked man, Jürgen Vandenbroek. They say he can make the podium in Paris. It's still a long way away, but if we believe he can, and they're going to come for him. They won't like him grabbing time on this little climb.
Well, there's another move coming over the top. That's Thomas Voeckler. Thomas Voeckler, former French national champion, in the green jersey, all over his machine, looking for that little bit more power. The courage of this man is unbelievable. He was off the back a few moments ago with a mechanical incident. Straight past there, Jürgen Vandenbroek.
Thomas Voeckler will never give up. He tried yesterday, he lost, and now he's still being reacted to here by Jürgen Vandenbroek inside 2 kilometres to go. This is why we thought it was not a day for the pure sprinter. These hills are perfect springboards for adventurers in the Tour de France, and we've got two of the best adventurers right now.
Well, Thomas Voeckler, his face marked by the cold day he spent in the Tour de France this afternoon, has also screwed up in concentration and pain, as he knows he needs to hold off the front, but he won't get any help from Jurgen van den Broek, because van den Broek knows he's got a man behind him, and that, of course, is Gilbert.
It actually looks like it's Jelle van den Aert, Paul, who's got there the first time in the Tour. I think they swapped places here, but that is no doubt it's Voeckler who is in there as well. Now the pack, as a reaction from the pack then, I think it might be David Miller's right on the front of the chase group here, trying to line it up. They're making a hard job of it, and very shortly they will see the 1 kilometre to go, but they may be cancelling this one out.
David Miller coming to the front. He's high up in the overall standing, starts the day in 4th place, but now he's a team helper on Garmin Cervelo. In that line you can see the yellow jersey, that is Thor Hushovd. He's right on the wheel of Philippe Gilbert in the green jersey.
Well, it was a great opportunity. It could so easily have worked, but it hasn't worked, as they now try to reorganise the move here as David Miller goes across to the right of the road. The green jersey in our picture is being followed by the yellow jersey of race leader. So Hushovd has decided that Gilbert is the man, but Evans has got the best place on David Miller's back wheel. 3rd place is Geraint Thomas, the Welshman, on his wheel, his own teammate, and that is Bosenhagen. They're all getting very nervous and twitchy now, as you can see HTC High Road trying to drag Matty Goss up through the middle of this pack, but that's not a pack that's full anymore, Phil. There's a lot of riders being left behind. Alexander Vinokourov makes the move on the right in the turquoise jersey. And sadly, I think Levi Leipheimer is losing real time here. He won't have rejoined the head of this race after that fall, which is very, very sad, but we've got an attack being launched here on the left of the road. This is Rabobank going strongly as they try to ruin it for everybody. Philippe Gilbert is in the green, Hushovd is in the yellow. Miller's been swept away here. Geraint Thomas is in second wheel. Is this young phenomenon from Wales going to finish it off with a win?
Well, Bosenhagen's in an ideal position in 3rd position. Thor Hushovd in a great position in 4th as well, as they start to wind it up. Bosenhagen goes on the inside.
He's having to take on his own teammates here now as he goes through for the line here. This could be the big surprise of the day. Edvald Bosenhagen is coming, but there's still plenty of kicks on the inside. Is this bad? He's gone, no. Bosenhagen gets it. Team Sky have taken the result on the line.
Well, that was a good move there by Geraint Thomas, and this is the face of Edvald Bosenhagen. We've talked about this man for a long time, Phil, waiting to make the big breakthrough. Well, he's done it this afternoon, getting a great victory ahead of some of the top sprinters in the world. On the right-hand side there, Thor Hushovd, behind him, Philippe Gilbert. That was a great win by that team.
I think, you know, we had a tough tour last year. I think everybody knows that. But to come here, we want to get a stage early doors, takes the pressure off Bradley. But we want it in his own right. You know, I think the guys deserve it. They're good enough to win stages. And I think, particularly with Edvald and Geraint here, you know, if you knock on a door, if you keep knocking on the door as they do, eventually it's going to open.
Yeah, it was really good today. I felt good yesterday, but then I went wrong. And today I really want to do a good sprint. And Geraint Thomas, he did a really good lead out as well. So it's just fantastic to win a tour in this, or win a stage in this tour. That was a goal when I started, and it's really good.
For sure, yeah, we got on Google Earth, you know, and had a look at the images and whatever, and like the rain made it quite hard. The final like 15k, it was, you know, the spray and everything, and you know, the brakes aren't exactly, don't work the best, you know, so it was a bit dodgy at times, but we were all there. Just like Swifty did a great job at the bottom. He was riding in the wind quite a lot for me, and just a great team effort, you know, like Zandio and Christian, you know, going back and forth for bottles, and you know, people like that never get any credit, but it was a great team effort, really.
Not bad for a lad recovering from shingles. Edvald Bosenhagen gets his and Sky's first ever Tour de France stage win. Norway already in possession of the yellow beams with pride. The other Norwegian, Thor Hushovd, keeps the race lead. He could scarcely be better value for it. 2 third places, 2 sixth places, 1 10th, and a win in the team time trial.